Hi, can I just grab a Filet-O-Fish with no tartar sauce? Hello, thank you. You too. This is the first time I've ever tried one of these. Let's give it a shot. Filet-O-Fish sandwich from McDonald's. In all honesty, this is a pretty meh sandwich. It mostly tastes like bread and cheese. That's about it. I'll bet you I can make a Creek Chubs sandwich taste better than this Filet-O-Fish. Hey, what's going on? Brendan Miller here, back with another video. Like you saw from that intro, in this video, I'm going to be attempting something a little bit weird and different, but nevertheless, I think it's going to be fun. I'm going to be attempting to catch some Creek Chubs here out of this creek. I'm going to take them home, butcher them up, and use my culinary expertise in an attempt to create a fish sandwich that is better than the Filet-O-Fish from McDonald's. Now, the Filet-O-Fish sandwich from McDonald's is quite arguably the most popular fish sandwich here in America. It's well known, it's sold at every single McDonald's, and it is somewhat polarizing. Some people like it, and some people like myself don't really care for it. Now, if you've followed this channel for any length of time, you may have seen a couple of other videos that I have made about Creek Chubs. I honestly have somewhat of a fascination with the humble Creek Chub. I have fond memories of running around as a young kid, catching them out of little creeks like this, so they hold a special place in my heart. But to the general fishing community, the Creek Chub is not considered something that is worth keeping and eating, for that matter. Most people actually consider the Creek Chub to be a trash fish, a bait fish, and they wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. So, will the humble Creek Chub, coupled with my culinary skills, be able to beat out the classic Filet-O-Fish in a taste test? There's only one way to find out. We gotta catch some Creek Chubs, and we gotta get cooking. Number one. That's a nice one right there. Okay, just got back from the creek with my Creek Chub haul. I caught 3 Creek Chubs, 2 of them about this size, which is a decent sized Creek Chub, and then one a little smaller. Now, one of the things that you have to get past if you're butchering Creek Chubs is how slimy they are. They're actually quite slimy little boogers, but nevertheless, I'm gonna fillet these things up and we'll see what happens. Now, one thing that I did not take into consideration is the fact that a fish this size, when you're trying to fillet it without a fillet board, it is very difficult. But nevertheless, I was able to get some okay fillets off these things. They just don't have a ton of meat. Once I got all the meat, I went ahead and started to chop it into chunks to kind of create some sort of patty. Then I added some breadcrumbs to a bowl, added the chopped up Creek Chubs to the breadcrumbs, then added some egg yolk to help bind it all together. Then I seasoned it with seasoned salt, garlic powder, and other spices. Tossed it up with my bare hands, buttered a pan, formed a patty, then I set the patty in the pan and let it sizzle. All right, guys, so the cooking is done. I have prepared 2 sandwiches. This is the original Filet-O-Fish right here, and then this is the Creek Chub sandwich thing. I used the same bread and the same cheese that comes with the Filet-O-Fish on this, so we should have a pretty accurate comparison. I'm gonna start off tasting the Filet-O-Fish, and then we'll go to the Creek Chub. Here we go, Filet-O-Fish going in. Just kind of tastes like bread and cheese. The fish is very, very bland. Not much going on there. Now we have the Creek Chub sandwich going in. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little nervous about this, but we're gonna give it a shot, see how it tastes. Creek Chub sandwich going in. I'm gonna go in right here. Okay, so I've tasted both sandwiches, and I have to say, the Creek Chub sandwich beats the Filet-O-Fish hands down. I was a little nervous about this, honestly, because Creek Chub meat can be a little bit strong. I had froze the meat for a while before I did this experiment, so I was worried that the meat might have gotten kind of weird, but honestly, this tastes really good. Again, I did add a lot of seasonings to this. I added some paprika, garlic powder, seasoned salt, and you can really taste a lot more depth of flavor in this while still tasting that fish element. I will say this does have a slight bit of a fishy flavor, but it's very far in the background. It's not very noticeable, and actually, I think adds to the overall flavor of this, whereas this just has a very bland one note. Like, you can barely tell there's even fish in here. That's how bland and one note this is. Both of these do not have tartar sauce on them. I'm not a tartar sauce guy, so maybe if this had tartar sauce, it might taste a little bit different when compared to this, but as they stand right now, just with the cheese and the patties and the bread, Creek Chub sandwich wins hands down. I'm gonna bring in another taste tester to test these and see what she thinks. This is my sister Lydia. Have at it, taste the Filet-O-Fish first, and then taste the Creek Chub ones, see what you like better. Filet-O-Fish, okay? What does it taste like?
Fish.
Tastes pretty...
Bland.
Would you eat that again? Or would you order that?
Maybe.
Maybe? Okay. All right, go ahead and try the Creek Chub one. Let's see if you like that.
Oh, definitely better.
Definitely
better.
So Creek Chub wins, hands down.
Yes.
Wow. There you go. And you were a little apprehensive to try this, weren't you?
Yeah.
There you
was.
go. She's eating more of it. She likes it. So guys, there you have it. Hope you enjoyed this video. As you saw, I was able to make Creek Chubs taste better than the Filet-O-Fish from McDonald's. Now, honestly, the bar wasn't set super high. The Filet-O-Fish from McDonald's is not an amazing sandwich by any means. So it was pretty easy with a little bit of seasoning and cooking technique to take the Creek Chubs to the next level as far as flavor goes. But nevertheless, it was still a very fun experiment. Again, if you guys want to see more of this type of video, let me know down in the comments below. Thanks again for watching. As always, this is Brendan Miller. Stay hooked. I'll see you later.